9th August 1971, India had signed a peace and friendship treaty with Soviet Union and laid the foundation of the glorious victory in the war for liberation of Bangladesh from Pakistan. India-Pakistan War and USSR support. In 1971, India faced an unacceptable refugee burden from the East Pakistan, today known as Bangladesh. The Pakistani army were brutally torturing the Bangla speaking people in the East Pakistan. Thus, India decided to help the East Pakistani people and on 4th December 1971 declared war against Pakistan. This war was no longer a one on one battle. Soon, Pakistani allies, America, United Kingdom, China, came in the support of Pakistan. Task Force 74, the American Navy unit, and the Task Force Eagle, the British Navy unit, were sent into the Bay of Bengal to support Pakistan and fight against India. The Chinese were the threat from northeastern side on the land. Pakistan had three powerful countries on their side. India had one true friend and it was enough. For tackling the sea threat from Americans and the British Navy, USSR deliberately let the nuclear submarine surface to be picked up by the American satellite. It was to threaten the Americans and the British, and soon after the action of USSR, the Americans and the British Navy were sent back to their respective countries. This sea threat was tackled for India with the help of USSR. The Chinese saw the USSR intervention from India's side, thus they withdrew their support to Pakistan as they had recently war with USSR in 1969 and had witnessed the power of USSR. At the end, all the allies of the Pakistan were eliminated by USSR alone. India fought one-on-one with Pakistan and won the war on December 16, 1971. After this victory, East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, was made free from tyranny of Pakistan. This was the first major help from USSR to India. Russia always supported India on the Kashmir issue in the United Nations Council. Pakistan and China always tried to make the Kashmir issue global. Both the countries had put forward resolution in UN to internationalize the Kashmir issue. The resolutions were given in the year 1957, 1962 and 1971. But Russia, United Nations Security Council's permanent member, all the three times vetoed the resolution. Russia always supported India's view that Kashmir is the bilateral problem of India-Pakistan or India-China. Military weapons and technology exchange. One of the most successful joint venture is BrahMos missile, named after the Brahmaputra and the Moskova River. This supersonic missile is capable of reaching the speed of sound three times. It is the testament to the engineering powers of the two nations. India had signed a deal with Russia in 2018 to acquire the S-400 air defense missile system for approximately $5 billion. S-400 is one of the most advanced surface-to-air missile systems in the world, capable of engaging a variety of aerial targets including aircrafts, drones, and ballistics and cruise missile at the range of up to 400 km at the altitude up to 30 km. This missile system will help India counter Pakistan and Chinese intervention from the northwest and the northeast respectively. The deal was signed with the known fact that United States may put India under the Countering America's Adversaries through Sanction Act. Russia is also the main arms supplier of India. According to Stockholm's International Peace Research Institute, India has increased the arms import between 2014-18 and 2019-2023 to 4.7%. This increment is in the response to the prolonged military standoff with China, and Russia remained the main arms supplier, accounting for 36% of the total arms import. The Chinese factor. It is a well known fact that India and China are enemies, and India Russia and Russia China are friends. But in the recent moves by Russia showed the world that the friendship with India is much more stronger than the friendship with China. In June 2023, when China and some other G20 member states boycotted the G20 tourist summit hosted by India in Kashmir, Russia chose to ignore the boycott and attend the summit with a high profile representation. The supply of first three squadrons of S-400 to India by Russia, which are operationalized along the borders of China and Pakistan, caused public outrage in China, and questions were raised about the China Russia friendship and their coordination. Russia had always taken side of India when have to choose between China and India. But Russia and China are also aware that they both need each other to counter USA and the western countries. When we talk about Russia and China relation, it is a marriage of convenience, a temporary agreement in the face of common challenges coming from US and the West world. While India and Russia are natural allies of each other with no border dispute, no grudges, no hatred. Not just Russia, but India also supported Russia when the situations for Russians were not so good. When Russia annexed Crimean Peninsula, part of Ukraine, whole Western world was against Russia. India stood beside Russia and recognized the Russian interest behind the annexation. When Russia invaded Ukraine in February 2022, again whole West world and the US were against Russia and imposed multiple sanctions on Russia. They tried to isolate and destroyed the Russian economy, but India again came in the support of Russia and without fearing US and the western countries brought oil from Russia. Thus, India supported Russia in its bad time and financially helped Russia in its bad phase. From buying 2% oil, it increased the import of oil to 36%, thus supported Russia in its bad time. India is also making investments in the Russia's Far East region and helping Russia in developing its underdeveloped region. The Indian Prime Minister visited Russia in July 2024. During this visit, several key agreements were signed to enhance trade, address climate change, and promote cooperation in nuclear energy. This meet was in the time when the most Western countries and the US were against Russia because of the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. The Indian Prime Minister was also awarded with Russia's highest civilian honor during this visit. This highlighted the respect and recognition of India's contribution to this partnership. Thus, the relationship between Russia and India stand as a testament to enduring friendship and strategic partnership. Over the decades, both the nations have supported each other through economy, military, and diplomatic channel, fostering a bond that is strong and will become more strong in the course of time.